everyone, welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. 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 And welcome to another video from me, your host, Lindsay Ivan. Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to another Thursday video. Hope you guys are having a great day and you're staying safe and healthy. So for today's video, I decided that I'll be sharing with you how I got my job working at Most Amazing Top 10. A lot of you have been messaging me about it on Instagram saying how I got my job on such a big YouTube channel when I was like a nobody. So today I'm going to be giving you some insider information on how I got my job because honestly, it's the best job ever. With this job, I was able to go to Playlist Live, which never in a million years would I thought I'd be going to, and I got to meet amazing creators like Alex Wasabi and Tana Mojo. Oh my god, I had a conversation with Ricky Dillon and he is so sweet. Like, I remember the O2L days, it was a major throwback. And like the fact that at these parties and events, like you're treated equal. Meanwhile, I just joined this channel like a month ago and then I was already at Playlist. I was like, this feels surreal. So basically it's the best job ever and I get to interact with amazing fans like you guys. So I am so blessed for my job every single day. A lot of people don't really realize is that I was an actor first. So people are like, why was your goal to be a YouTuber? My goal was never to be a YouTuber. It was just to create content on whatever platform, whether that be television, through commercials, through movies, to entertain people. So my goal was never to be a YouTuber. I did have my YouTube channel, which had really cringy videos, which now I'm trying to make less cringy, but I don't know if that's working. But my main goal was always to be an actress, and that is still my main goal. I want to be in movies and stuff, and so I have been in a couple of commercials. My probably biggest one that I did was a Nike commercial. I've also been on a couple of Netflix shows.
What's going on?
There's somebody in my closet!
Where?
I saw somebody. Yeah, basically acting is my main goal, and so on one of these like acting platforms that I'm signed up to, everyone is able to list casting calls and stuff like that. So one of the casting calls was to be a host for a YouTube channel. So it said that if you're interested, send in your application, send your demo reel and headshot and your resume. So that's what I did, and then I got an email. And it was amazing. And it said, we like what you got, come in for an audition. This wasn't like a typical audition. Because so normally for an audition, they give you like the sides, so the script that they want you to prepare, or you come in and you do a cold read, so you do it on the spot. But for this one, I was on the phone with someone and they said that they want me to prepare my own script. Like, obviously that's a requirement, but back then I was like, okay. So I had to do a script on top 5 Canadian urban legends because they didn't obviously want us to do a top 10 because then the audition would take forever, so we just did top 5. So I wrote this super hilarious script. I'm really proud of myself. They said send me scripts, if it's approved we'll let you know. The script was approved, and so then they booked me in for an audition. So then I show up to the studio and I'm like in the little like lobby waiting area. I'm super nervous. And one of the workers comes, one of the producers, and he gives me a tour of the place. I meet some of the hosts. I did some research on the channel Most Amazing beforehand, so I knew what their videos were about because I think I only watched a couple videos and I wasn't like I wasn't super familiar with it. I remember watching one video with Che in it, and then I walked by, I'm like, hey, like I said hi to him because I recognized him from the video. It was super cool, and then they took me up to the studio and I watched Jared and Joss film a video for Top 10 Central, and I was like, oh my gosh, these people are so good, because for that video was like a reacting video and it's all improv, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do improv like that. Turns out I'm not that bad at improv, but yeah, so then they set up my script on the teleprompter, and obviously I rehearsed the script beforehand several times, so I was super comfortable with it, and I performed, and the producer said that he was super impressed and he only had a couple notes. He just said, try and be more animated with your hands and maybe speak a little louder, and he let me do it again because they often give you feedback and then they tell you to do it again. I did it again. I applied that. They stopped me halfway through saying that they got everything that they needed, and I went home, and the next day I got a call saying, why don't you come in and we'll do a test work day. And what was super odd is that originally I applied to be on the channel Information Overload because that's what the casting was under. It said Information Overload host. So I originally applied to be that, but then they said that I was a better fit for Most Amazing, and I'm so glad because I love this channel. And so then basically they had me come in on a Thursday and a Friday, both days, and it would just be a test day. So to see how I work with the other hosts and see how I am filming the videos. But that week I had laryngitis. So the Thursday and Friday that I came in, I had no voice whatsoever. It was super hard to talk. Half the times when I would try and like bring up a sentence, it would like I would have no voice and nothing would come out, and it was super embarrassing to me because I remember sitting beside Keegan and he came in and he's just like, who are you? And I was like, oh, I'm new. And I just sounded awful. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. So I was super self-conscious. I didn't want to talk to anyone. And basically what they did is they gave me the video Top 10 Scary Wisconsin Urban Legends, which is up if you haven't seen it already. Wisconsin, America's Dairyland. And they said, script this. And at the time, there was another girl that I was competing against. So they brought in another girl, and they said that she's also competing for Most Amazing. And she also had to script the same video as me. And basically, they were going to choose who was better at scripting, but obviously they didn't say that directly. And so I wrote the script. You can still see it on YouTube. I've reacted to it a bunch of times because that was officially the very first video that I ever filmed there. And basically I was working beside Charlotte from Information Overload, and she was kind of like guiding me through the day. If I had any questions, I would just ask her. And she was super sweet but like intimidating because I was like, oh my god, I don't fit in here. Like I'm sitting beside this like beautiful tall girl that is super confident, and she's been on here, she has so much experience. So I'm like, I gotta seem like, you know, I'm worthy and I can do this. Meanwhile, I have no voice and I seem like a loser. Oh my gosh. And that day I also wore Doc Martens, which weren't broken in. So halfway through the day, I got really bad blisters, and so I was limping around the studio. So that's great. That also made me look good. So I filmed that Wisconsin video, and then I had to work on another video. For the other video, one of the producers was like, I want to test you to see how fast you can script. So they gave me a 2-hour time frame, and they said you have to research this and get this written and filmed within 2 hours, which is super hard because you need 10 points. I tell a bunch of people this. It's basically like writing 2 essays a day to write these scripts for Most Amazing. A lot of research goes into it to make sure all the facts are right, because if they're not, then people will come at you and attack you. So you have to make sure that all the facts are right. You have to, it's 10 paragraphs because it's 10 points. So it's 10 paragraphs plus an intro and an outro. And to do that in 2 hours, it was super stressful. And that was the top 10 explorers that went missing without a trace. So I did that one and I successfully did it. I filmed it and the day was done. And so then I come back the next day on the Friday, and that's when they wanted to see how I work well with other hosts. So they had me and Charlotte do a collab on Information Overload. So yeah, I did that video with Charlotte. That's still up if you want to see it as well. It's super embarrassing because I was super nervous in that video as well. And then I scripted another video on that day, and at the end of the day, the producer guy came to, he was like, can I talk to you for a second? He pulled me out in the hall and he said that he wanted to hire me. And I've been here ever since, and it's been an amazing and crazy journey. I never thought I would be here. That's basically my story. I'm gonna read the opening of my audition that I had. So, this is the script that I brought in. Remember, it's top 3 Canadian urban legends. Scary urban legends, sorry. Oh, Canada, a country known for many things. Maple syrup, poutine, being overly apologetic. Sorry, just had to add that one in there. But hey, I love Canada and everything it has to offer. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay, and today I'll be sharing with you the top 3 Canadian urban legends. Number 3, the Toronto Tunnel Monster. And then I continued to go on and I made little jokes, I threw little puns. Like for this one I said, are you ready for this one? I don't think you are. What's with the pirate puns, you may ask? Well, the Oak Island Mystery is a 200-year-old legend that insists that pirate treasure is buried on Oak Island in Nova Scotia. So that was kind of like, I just wanted to sound different than other people, and I also wanted to show like my quirkiness and uniqueness in the script, and it worked. So basically, that is the story for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and comment something down below, like what video you want to see next or any questions that you have for me about working at Most Amazing. I'll try and answer it in either a following video or in the comments. So that's it for today's video, and don't forget to subscribe, please, and hit that little ring-a-ding-ding notification bell, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye, guys. I look like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And welcome to another video with me, your host, Lindsay Ivan. I'm not really a host on this channel, am I? I'm out of breath. Whew. I'm just so excited.